Well, good afternoon. There's a piece of sweet gum right here. I'm going to make a birdhouse out of it. I'm going to put it between centers and put a tenon on one end. And then I'll take that off and I'll do a little whittling on it. I'm going to leave the bark on it best I can. Maybe I'll knock some of these knots down and maybe I won't. I'm not real sure yet. You know how it goes. You're not too sure until you do it or don't do it. So, I've already found my centers, use my centering ruler. Might should have done this on the drill press. That's about all you need. Is this one. Go right into there. Set that in there. Now I do this just because it's sort of a safety deal, you know. It may spin out, but it's not going to come out of that hole. So let me turn you over on the lathe here, and I'll get this thing mounted. Now, I guess the first thing to do is square both ends off. Boy, that's a shaker, isn't it? That would be all right about there. Still got ants crawling on it. Brave ants. Must be dizzy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, about ½ inch or so, and turn this down. And this is going to be the bottom. So I'm going to turn this down to where it can be like an insert in the bottom. And then I'm going to cut it off. And then that will be my bottom lid, I guess you could call it. And I need some more. For y'all who have not seen my 3-step approach to drilling, here it is. I'm going to start off with my biggest bit. All right. That's all I'm going to do with that one. Well, this sometimes happens with real wet wood. This is a 62% moisture, and basically it's slick, and when you put pressure on it, it will compact. So, and I was pulling the drill bit out, which basically pulled it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in and just tighten the living you-know-what out of it.
and finish my drilling. I'll finish drilling the smallest bit to depth, and I'll come back with the next smallest or the next largest, don't know which one it is, and drill it to depth, and then the largest one will be done. And we'll go from there to somewhere else. Well, I went ahead and hollowed with the conventional tools a little bit. I used the beaver to get down that far, and now I'm going to set my catfish up, if you remember it, and see how well it works.
Okay, I'm back. I've got this on a faceplate now. It's sort of it's pretty wobbly, but yeah, you know, you can never get them just perfectly right. So I'll just have to work with that. All I'm going to try to do is hollow this out, and basically the outside will take care of itself. But anyway, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but this is I made this tool a while back. I've used it a few times. I called it the catfish. I had a long deal on it, but it just didn't work out right, so I shortened it and made it like this. And it seems to work pretty good. So let's see where we're going here.
Well, I really wasn't very happy with the way this was working. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking it back to the other room, and I'm gonna straighten the tool itself out. It had that crook in it, and that was giving me a little too much of a grab than I wanted. So I'm gonna straighten it out, and when I go to do so, it cracks. So I re-weld it and grind it, and I think we finally got it to where it worked good. I'll skip ahead till we get to that point.
Right here, I need to get rid of it.
Well, still not doing exactly what I want. It's a lot better, but it still wants to grab on me. That could be a combination of things. Could be, the rest is too high, the tool's at the wrong angle. It's really soft, wet wood too. That doesn't help anything. It works fine on the outside. When you get on the inside, it really wants to play hell with you. Anyway, I'm gonna finish it with this tool on the inside because it is a birdhouse. It doesn't. Only the birds are going to see the inside. As long as I got enough room, we're in good shape.
Well, I'm thinking I'm done.
All right, well, I'm finished with the inside now. I moved the camera around so you can see the outside there, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the outside a little bit, cranking up my beaver, and here we go. Well, at this point, I've started working on a lid. I was going to put a lid on the top, but as you'll see when I go to close this video out, I never did use a lid, so I'm not going to show making it. But this what I'm doing now is, I wanted to have a darker color, and I didn't really want to stain it, so I'm going to take the torch and just scorch it a little bit to give it that sort of a burnt look, like there's a burnt post outside or a burnt piece of wood. So we'll pick it up from there, and then I'll drop off when we start the lid, and we'll go right to the end of this thing.
This wood's still so wet it won't hardly do this. Well, there's your end product of a sweet gum log hollowed out, made into a birdhouse. It's birdhouse number 2 of 5. I got some more to make. They're going to be different. I'm not sure how yet. I'll get on YouTube tonight and look at birdhouses and see if I see something that meets my fancy. This one's got a access door in the bottom, so you can clean it out if necessary. When I first made it, I had this on the top right here, and I just didn't like it, so I cut it off. So I guess it can become a glue block or whatever. But anyway, there it is, my friends. If you like what I do, please subscribe. Tell your friends, give me a like. Call your mama. Tell her to call her mama, or whatever. So keep them whirling. And I'll catch you on the rebound.